Has anyone else noticed that changing holiday hours on GMB are causing suspensions? I changed over 200 listings through Local Viking and was very fortunate to only have 4 suspended. I found a Google forum post where a guy said the guy had one listing and did the same and got suspended. Are changing holiday hours the new bug for holidays? And then in the thread, there was actually literally a few different people on the thread that said, yes, all they did was change holiday hours and they had listings get suspended. I'm going to go one step further and say, any edit you do, Google recrawls that listing and puts it back through their trust and spam filters and reevaluates it. So any edit you do can cause a suspension. But I did notice, and I noticed this, when did I post it? Maybe last week, middle of the week, that I thought maybe we went through a small local update just because of some things that I had noticed outside of things getting suspended, meaning some local guide edits that were pending for months and months, suddenly all of them went through.
I remember you talking about that.
And that's typically a sign of a local update. And then right after that, we had something else that was very weird. Maybe it might have been a rash of suspensions just from nothing, which means that's typical when they refresh the local algo too.
That too, yeah.
So I think maybe we went through a small local update recently, and we could potentially, we could still maybe be in it today. What's the date today? Tuesday. Tuesday actually is like the last. Usually they start on a Thursday or Friday and they last till a Tuesday. That's usually when the local updates run. And that's kind of what we were kind of seeing too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying for sure we were in a local update, but I did see some signs that would lead me to believe we were in a local update with typically, my local guide accounts. When I see all my suggested edits get approved, just like that, it says they updated something. So, because they were pending for a couple months on some of them. So.
Yeah, no, that's good logic, I think.
Let me just see what
I mean, obviously, yeah, changing anything out of GMB is risky. So.
Oh, you know what? I think we had some verifications that were pending pop too.
Really? I should go check some of those things. I got some that were verified, but they still just sat there.
Yeah.
But not verified.
Now that he brought that back up, I think we had, it wasn't an en masse type of thing, but there was a couple that popped. I was like, what? Yeah. That's exactly what I was like, what?
I said that on December 19th is when I first noticed some of what I was noticing, which was a Thursday. And that's typically when they first roll an update out, is right before the weekend, and it lasts through the weekend, and it usually ends on like a Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week. And I did notice, I said, that's our GMB group, I said we might be in another local update because a few things I noticed today. Take a little extra care in making major edits. Make sure they are through Local Viking.
Yes.
You will reduce your risk.
Listen to that suspension rate. What was that?
It's 200. Yeah, 4 out of 200.
That's 4 out of
2%.
And that's during what we believe was an update.
Yeah.
That's during the most volatile local time, right? Like,
yeah. Well, what did I do just the other day? I switched. What did I switch? I like literally. Oh, I added a subcategory, and it triggered a re-verification.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that wasn't through Local Viking. There you go. Undeniable proof.
Local Viking.
One time. We ran a case study.
Well, we should make a blog post about that.
And get published on one of those big SEO journals.
Oh, I thought you were going to.
Yeah. I'm not going to put it out there, but you
One
might
of
did.
us will.
I'll throw them all under the bus.
Yeah. We looked at 13 GMPs. Yeah, that's interesting though, and yeah, I mean during an update, a 2% fail rate is something I'll take all day long.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it's a legit listing, man, because getting those back is just going to be a support journey.
Yeah.
I'll take those any day of the week. I'd rather have 4 support journeys than 100, 150. I mean that's unmanageable at that point.
Oh yeah. No, forget it. Just.
But yeah, any change can do it, and if you're in an update, it most likely will. Like,
Yeah, because they're not gonna just let people go in and start telling them what's up when they're trying to change things to combat that.
Awesome.